I'll yell about that hologram some other time. Also, why is this a thing? You know, the kiss the dude to poison him thing? Poison Ivy does it all the dang time and encouraged Harley to do it, and here we have Diana. Like, of all the dumb comic book tropes, this is one of the ones I really don't understand. It's really uncomfortable. Sorry. Anyway, how did a kryptonite laced kiss so thoroughly infect Clark? Well, in my last video, I talked about how radiation from kryptonite is a band of radiation that Clark can absorb and convert to usable energy, and, like beta and gamma particles to humans, is actively damaging to his cells. Now, kryptonite's range, shielding, direct effects, and after effects vary even within the Lois and Clark universe, much less in DC. Most competent writers stick to red and green. Green for typical, more realistic radiation weakness, and red for accelerated sci-fi-esque radioactive mutation. Other types, such as gold, silver, orange, blue, black, white, pink, purple, and a multitude of combinations, vary depending on pre/post-crisis continuity and, truth be told, can be consolidated into red kryptonite without losing much narrative value. Anyway, for this video I'm focusing on green kryptonite, because it's at least semi-consistent, sometimes, and because of how Diana's attack was rectified, as it maintains at least a small amount of scientific merit. When a human is exposed to radioactivity, their DNA is corrupted, causing mutations when the cells multiply. Since kryptonite is a type of radioactivity that affects Clark, this is what happens to him due to exposure. It's also why, as soon as the kryptonite is removed from range, Clark can heal himself, as his powers come back into effect and alleviate the damage, unlike a human who has to have external treatment in order to heal. But what happens when Clark can't escape the kryptonite? I guess the first question we have to answer is, how would one of our nefarious ne'er-do-wells make sure kryptonite off to the big blue?
You could shoot him!
With poison lipstick! Cheek cells are not made of the same stuff as skin. They have special properties that make sure your mouth is moist, and shed at a more rapid rate than typical skin cells. Because of this, these epithelial cells are more prone to absorption than skin cells. Assuming that Diana slipped him a little tongue, it is believable that some of the kryptonite-laced lipstick was absorbed into Clark's bloodstream via his cheeks. Look, I'm not a med student. I don't really know that much about this kind of stuff. So, ignoring my questionable biology, we have kryptonite inside Clark's body, rendering him unable to heal, and continuously damaging his cells. The kryptonite has taken away his powers, mutated his DNA, and is virtually inescapable. Whatever is our famed superhero to do? Well, in the case of the episode, Clark chose to employ radiation therapy, similar to the technique used to treat cancer, where beams of particles target and destroy mutated cells, such that they do not continue to multiply. So, would a nuclear reactor be able to provide radiation therapy? Well, no. But its output could produce enough errant particles to reinstitute Clark's ability to take in consumable energy, similar to how the sun did it in Superman. This radiation also targets the excess bad energy from the kryptonite in Clark's cells, similar to my previous explanation. Though it's not targeted like in human radiation therapy, Clark's own biology can compensate such that the treatment is successful and he lives to fight another day. What can I say except kryptonite kind of bends the rules, while green kryptonite has a small sense of narrative cohesion. Shut up! Its effect on Clark, Kara, John, Chris, and countless other Kryptonians is almost never consistent. I'm going to be a little less specific in my next video and talk about Clark's resistance to being irradiated in the episode We Have a Lot to Talk About. And, since I've been throwing shade like there's no tomorrow, why would you name a character in a DC property Diana? Wonder Woman is mentioned in this show. Do you know how darn confusing it is to mention Diana as a Superman villain? It's like making one of Perry's sources named Bruce or something. Not only all of this, but Clark and Diana get together sometimes. They were a couple in the New 52, which I really can't blame the writers for as it came out in 2011, but she and Clark become a couple in all kinds of Elseworld stories. And generally, when one or both of their love interests, Steve Trevor and Lois Lane, die. But guys, just pick another name. I mean, heck, they could have used Magpie or Killer Frost. They both have normal names, and they were both assassins for Intergang. Or heck, you could have kept the mythology reference and used Circe. There are so many options. They cast the leader of Intergang in the animated series as Bill Church's lawyer. You're telling me they couldn't pick any other name? Sorry. Writing Diana's name over and over is giving me a headache. If you couldn't tell, this video was a little on my wheelhouse. Bio isn't really my strong suit, so after the next radiation video, I think I'm going to take a break and do something else. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or requests for a theory I could tackle, contact me via my Tumblr or leave a comment down below.